Hello, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and thank you for joining this wonderful broadcast this afternoon here from Columbia, South Carolina. And we are going to be discussing navigating online dating. I'm not in my best health today, but since this program was scheduled, I have to be here. And I want to encourage you to share the link now that you are live on Facebook. We'll be discussing online dating or navigating online dating. And as you connect on Facebook, please try to link as many as possible, share the link to as many as possible, and encourage them to be part of this broadcast. We are discussing navigating online dating today, and it will be awesome. It will be awesome for those of you who are connected on Facebook to share, and even if you're connected on Zoom, you can share that link with somebody. Hello, brother. Welcome on this wonderful program, this wonderful Sunday. And you do me a favor to share the link to somebody and encourage someone to be part of this broadcast this day. And we're going to wait a little bit to see that we have as many people as possible connected to this program. And I would like to share my screen with you. There's a video I had on my computer, which I would like us to be, watching that video together. It seems I've seen the face of Laurencia. Am I right? Okay. Please stay with me and share as much as possible to see that we have many people connected to this show this wonderful Sunday evening. And do me that favor to get as many connected as possible. And let's wait just in a little while. We would be kickstarting our program, and I hope that you're going to have a wonderful time watching this show from the very beginning to the end. I'm trying to get a video on screen so that you'll be watching that video while waiting for some more friends to connect with us, and we kickstart the program. Just bear with me a little while. I would be getting you connected on this video.
You slapped me? How much did he pay you to ruin the lives of his younger ones? I'm asking you! It's a lie. That is not the will. He did something. Mark did something.
So, Mark is trying to take everything that is rightfully yours and that of your sister, and Mama included.
I will accept that will. Never. And I will make sure that lawyer.
I don't know if you're able to see my screen. For those of you on Zoom, unfortunately, I cannot be able to share the screen on Facebook. But this is a series, Another Wrong Marriage by Mr. Alloy, and I just want us to wait a little bit watching that music before we begin the program in just a jiffy. Samsung SMA047F. Can you see my screen? Just make wave if you can see my screen, please. All right, thank you. Who is that person hiding the face in the dark?
I sell products on Amazon, but I don't sell physical products on Amazon. Selling physical products.
I hope you know your things are not like this house. I could say same for you. That nonsense downstairs just now, you think you've won. But just know that all of this are wasted efforts. Wasted. The real has spoken. Indeed.
Yes, please, if you're on
But let the
Facebook,
family
please just bear with me and
You think you're winning.
just
right?
keep sharing the link and getting people
All
connected
this nonsense.
to this
lies,
program
it will only last for a
as
short time.
we
But the truth
continue
will
to
always prevail.
wait in just in under 2 minutes. In under 2 minutes, I promise you we are going to kickstart our program, and I expect that it's going to be a 1 hour
I know
presentation,
one thing for sure.
and we are going to have a nice time together discussing online dating.
That
Thank you
affairs
for the
of this
wait.
family will be the least of your problems. Even God cannot help you. Ask about me. There is so much more to this girl than you can think or imagine. Do not be deceived. Do not challenge God, because you will have yourself to blame. At this point, I just need to table your matter before God and let Him handle the rest. I was expecting a friend as usual, but I see that you have lost all your juice. That's the only reason you came to this house in the first place, to fight me. But now you are powerless, you're tired already. Vivian, there are more than one way to kill a rat. There are different ways to fight, aside being physical. I think it's time for me to table your matter before the one whom you have commonized. God Almighty.
Can you at least sit down? I am not sitting down. I have enough seat in my office to sit down, young man.
All right.
I'm not supposed to be here today.
Thank you so much for the wait.
It's about to take my
We
business
are going
and
to
my career
kickstart
away.
our program right away. And remember, today we are discussing online dating. We are discussing online dating, and I want to share my screen with you as we begin this presentation. Yes, I hope you are able to see my screen, and we are discussing navigating online dating, and we are going to go through a few subunits discussing what online dating is, the do's and the don'ts of online dating, the pros and the cons of online dating. And then we try also to answer some few questions you may ask about online dating. And I'm hoping that at the end of this presentation, you are going to carry home some information that would be helpful to you as far as online dating is concerned. And if you don't mind it, I'm going to record this presentation on Zoom. I'm going to record this presentation on Zoom, and I hope that that is not going to be an issue to you. And just in a moment, I want to get to the record my screen. so that at the end of this presentation we can still have access to all what we would have done here on this program. And just in a moment, I want to exit full screen to be able to get mastery of some okay. I hope you are still able to see my screen. And, for those of you on Facebook, please just bear with me in a little bit as I try to navigate all of this alone here. I actually have two screens in front of me, and I'm trying to manipulate both screens at the same time. Okay. So, as I said in this presentation today, we're going to be discussing online dating, and we'll be asking and we'll be answering the question what dating is, what online dating is, and if online dating is safe practice, and of course the do's and don'ts of online dating, the pros and cons of online dating, and we'll be addressing your worries if you have some worries. And let's go straight away to answer the question, what is dating? And before we answer this question, I would like you to go in a chat box and tell me what you already know about dating. For those of you on Zoom, it's very easy for me to be able to read your chat. So can you tell me what you understand by dating? Because this is a word is often confused with courting and engagement. So according to you, what is dating? If you are on Zoom, please go to the chat box and tell me what you know dating is. I'm going to set up a third device that will permit me to be able to get your chat on Facebook live, so that I can be able to answer the questions for those of you who are on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, please you can put in your chat. You can put in your chat and answer the question, what do you think dating is? I'll be able to get your comments live because I've set up a tech device to be able to get your contribution on Facebook. I would like this session to be as interactive as possible. What do you think is dating? I'm still waiting for those of you who are on Zoom to be able to make that contribution to let me know what you think dating is. So I'm going to kill one of the volumes on one of the devices. Thank you, Mr. Chi Waters, for joining this program on Facebook. I'm glad you are following this program live. And please, for those of you who are on Facebook, do me this favor. Share and share and share and get somebody connected in real time, so that they can be able to participate on this Facebook program. So please share and share and share as you connect, so that someone will be able to follow the program. So dating, I was asking you to tell me what dating is, and until now, I don't have any contribution either on Facebook or on on Zoom. I don't yet have any contribution from anybody. So I'll go ahead to share with you what dating is. You see, dating is it's a social interaction where individuals spend time together in order to explore the romantic capabilities or compatibility and potential long-term relationship. So dating essentially talks about individuals coming together either in a formal organized setting in order to check the possibility for them engaging into romantic relationship or a long-term partnership. So it's essentially for, when we talk dating here, we're talking about essentially male and female in my context, of course, of people who are coming together to be able to see if they would be compatible for a romantic relationship or a potential long-term relationship. And there are actually different types of dating. There are actually different types of dating, and you have these different types of dating on your screen. All right, I have one chat on Zoom, and the person says dating is a trial period in which two people explore whether to take the relationship further towards a more permanent relationship. Thank you so much. That's from Samsung SM4 A047F. Unfortunately, the name of the individual is not on that. Thank you for your contribution. Yes, it is experimental. It is a period of observation. It is a time of trying to see if you are compatible with someone so you could take your relationship to a more committed stage. So you could take your relationship to the level where you are thinking to court or you are thinking to engage. And at the end of this presentation, we're going to attempt differentiating between dating, courting, and engagement, because these are actually three different stages in romantic relationships which lead to marriage. And it's important that we understand these differences and see how we can use them rightly. And I was saying that there are different types of dating. We have casual date, exclusive dating, speed dating, online dating, blind dating, group dating, long distance dating, serious or committed dating, cultural or religious dating. I have seen a lot about cultural and religious dating, and we're just going to tell you a little about it. And then you have polyamorous dating, you have speed friendly or friending dating, and you have virtual dating. These are actually different forms of dating, and people meet in those different ways in order to check their compatibility for a more serious relationship. So what is casual dating? Just quickly, let me run through these different types of dating. Casual dating involves spending time together and getting to know each other without long-term commitment. It's just people just getting together to know each other, and it's often more relaxed and may not involve exclusivity. It could just be, people hanging out together without a real definition of what they really want, and just being in the company of each other without any, expectations from the individuals with whom they are dating. Then you have exclusive dating, where somebody hangs out with just a particular individual. They agree that for this moment, I'm going to be hanging out with you. And this is more intentional. And this is more intentional because the individuals are already thinking that they want to study each other, or they want to understand each other with the prospect of a possible relationship that could be established between the two. Then you have speed dating. Speed dating occurs in a more structured social activity where individuals meet in large number. People meet in large number of potential, or individual meets a large number of potential partners in a short period. This means somebody is thinking of a relationship but doesn't do it casually, doesn't do it exclusively, but decides to meet a number of possible matches within a short period of time. It's like kind of marathon dating. You know, the person is just meeting that this and that person within a short period of time. And participants rotate between tables, spending a few minutes with each other. It could be in a kind of party or a restaurant or some picnic or something where they just want to sit with each other. Sometimes this is organized. Sometimes this is organized by some dating platforms where people get together and, you know, they have to meet individuals, and they meet many of them within a very short period of time, all in a way just to know them. And you have online dating. Online dating is the fourth kind of dating, and that's what we're discussing today. And online dating involves using digital platforms and apps to connect with potential partners. So it could be the specialized apps. There are specialized apps that are used for dating. But you could date on Facebook, you could date on WhatsApp, you could date on any digital platform. In as much as internet is involved, you could use any platform that has access to internet to be able to date. And individuals will create profiles, they will browse others' profiles, and then will communicate online before deciding to meet in person. And that is exactly what we'll be discussing today. And then you also have blind date or blind dating. For a blind date, an individual goes out to meet someone he knows little or nothing about. He's going out to meet someone he knows very little or nothing about. And sometimes blind dates are organized. Blind dates could be organized by friends. It could be organized by families. It could be organized, you know, by dating platforms where you go out, you know you're going to meet somebody, but you don't know who they are. You have not had any formal discussion with them. You don't have any much you have shared with them, and you might not even know them at all. You are just going to meet them. You don't know who you are going to meet, but you're just told by some people you're going to meet somebody who could be a possible choice, I mean, for you to settle down with or to have a serious relationship with. You equally have group dating. In group dating, it involves several people going out together, which can, you know, this can or take away some fears and some, you know, some people don't have that, don't feel comfortable going out with an individual alone. So they might prefer a group date. So you have many people, or a group of people going out together, and it is more a social gathering, and it's more relaxed setting where you go out in a group with people and then you try to, you know, have a nice time together. And in that interaction, you are looking and searching and trying to find out if you can find somebody, with whom, you know, you can settle down in the future. And the next type of dating is long distance dating, which occurs when individuals are in a romantic relationship but live far apart. So they don't meet frequently, they don't meet often, they live far away from each other. They are able to communicate often through technology, and they may visit each other, but it is done less frequently. So the major difference between this long distance relationship and online dating is that online dating first is at the beginning of it is exclusively online. It's on digital platforms where they talk and interact, you know, share a lot together, but they don't meet physically until at a certain stage in that journey. You have serious or committed dating. This one implies a higher level of commitment with the intention of a long-term relationship or marriage at the very beginning. At the very beginning, somebody has explained to the other one, we are going out, I'm trying to be around you so we can see the possibility. We can see the possibility of settling down together. So it is very, very intentional. It is very, very intentional at the beginning of the relationship, where the intentions are made clear. And so people who are involved know that they are going into this relationship or into this interaction because somebody is interested in settling down with the other one. So it's very intentional, it's very committed, and it is more like exclusive. But the difference here is that the intentions are very clear from the very beginning. Then you have cultural or religious dating. Cultural religious dating is actually carried out, especially for cultural dating. There is a group in the Cameroons, the Bororos. The Bororos are very good at practicing cultural dating. They have their annual festivals where they meet, and the intention of meeting in this cultural festival is for individuals to meet other people so they can be able, they actually go for matchmaking. And then you equally have, though it was kind of more informal, but in the Bambalan culture in northwest region of Cameroon, you have the Chambantour. You equally have those market evening periods where, people go back to the market or they meet during Chambantour to be able, to interact with individuals, understand them, and they have this intention of, looking for a spouse during those periods. And they often take advantage of the summer vacations, of, periods when students are not in school, holiday periods, and they meet at home for those dating sprees. And the last one I'm talking about will be the polyamorous dating. For polyamorous dating, you hear it's a very complicated one, where you have people who get into consensual multiple dating. That is, they actually know that somebody actually knows that you're not dating more than just, you are not dating just him, you are dating more than just him or her, and that you are trying to talk with a lot of people at the same time. And this is very consensual. The person accepts, the other person accepts, and is willing, to follow you along, and the kind of accept that you could, relate with the other people as well to know if there could be a possible match for you. Now, friending dating is more like speed dating, where in this case you have a group of friends who are coming together and they're interacting with the intention of studying each other. Then you have virtual dating, which is, of course, just very similar to the online dating type. So let's move to the next thing, which we now want to discuss, particularly, which is the online dating. What is online dating? We have seen that there are different kinds of dating, but online dating is specific because it's a method of meeting potential romantic or life partners through internet-based platforms. Internet-based platforms where individuals create profiles and engage in digital interactions to establish connections. It is very intentional, and when people especially join dating platforms, they are very intentional about what they want to do. They want to get a match, and they want to get a potential romantic partner or life partner. And what they do is they will create profiles and engage in interactions on this technology, all in a bid to be able to establish connections and get to know people. And this is online dating. And like I said earlier, there are specialized online dating applications, and there are specialized online dating platforms where you actually pay or register for free. You have some for Christians, you have some for everybody, you have some which are religious from other religions where you can meet people of different religions. And you go out there on the internet, you're going to find dozens of online dating platforms. Don't ask me to recommend one to you, because I would not be able to recommend any specific one to you, because whichever dating platform you choose depends on who you are. The issue about date is that now that we have put a lot of meaning into dating, and sometimes when we hear dating, we only think sex or going out to have a romantic relationship, like going to have sex, it makes people become very skeptical and ask the question, if online dating is safe? They ask this question, is online dating safe? Because of the experiences others have, or people have faced on online dating platforms, people wonder if the online dating platforms are safe. Now, just like everything has its advantages and disadvantages, online dating does. And that's why we're going to be discussing the pros and cons. We'll equally discuss the things you should do and the things you should not do when you're doing online dating. There is nothing that is completely safe without issues. So online dating safety would vary. And, many people find it very positive, or they get positive experiences on online dating platforms. But it is very important for us to exercise caution and prioritize personal safety measures when you are dating online. And be aware of potential risk. In as much as you can find a lot of good people on the internet, you can equally find scammers. You can equally find people who misrepresent themselves, people who show you fake pictures, who show you fake profiles, people who are there and whose intentions are just to destroy and to deceive. So you have to be very smart and know that as you engage, if you engage in online dating, you should understand that you have to prioritize your safety and know that you are responsible. You are responsible for whatever happens to you on the online space. So what are the things you should do and things that you should not do when you are doing online dating? If you have any questions, please just hold your questions, write them down, and when we get to the end of the presentation, we'll be able to address your questions. So the issue is, what are the things we should do and the things we should not do on when we are doing online dating? I will begin first with the things we should do. Number one, when you are doing online dating, create a genuine profile. Create a genuine profile. And oftentimes, it is very imperative to use your current picture. Your current picture. Don't use your picture of 10 years ago. Don't use your pictures of 5 years ago. Don't use your pictures when you were in your best moment and not a picture of who you are right now. Try to be as real as possible. Be honest and genuine when you are creating your online profile, and you use recent photos and provide accurate information about yourself. The truth about many people is that they pretend a lot. And when you go on doing online dating and then you put on a fake profile picture or a profile picture, you have done a lot of editing. You do a lot of photoshopping and you try to make the picture look very beautiful, be more beautiful than the person you are in real life. You are creating a fake profile. So let your profile be genuine. Tell people the truth about yourself. Of course, write only what is essential and let it be truthful and honest. The next thing, be clear about your intentions. What do you want if you are joining a particular dating platform? What do you actually want in that platform? Clearly communicate your intentions on your profile. Whether you are looking for a casual relationship or something more serious, it is important for this to be made upfront. What are you looking for in the social media space? What are you looking for on the online dating platform? Are you looking for a casual relationship or a committed relationship? Is this a relationship that you want to lead to marriage, or a relationship you just want something, a one-night stand? And of course, those people, whoever are on those platforms, are able to understand you and they will connect with you based on what you say you want. The next thing is take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into things. Take the time to get to know the person through online communication before meeting in person. You don't meet somebody online today and you are in a rush. You are in a rush to meet them physically or in person. Take your time. The next thing, use caution with personal information. Protect your privacy. Protect your privacy by being cautious about sharing personal information. This is the truth. Whatever you share on the internet remains on the internet forever. Even if you delete it, it is still possible for it to be retrieved. So when you want to share something on the internet, be sure that you are not sharing information that you don't want to go to the public, because whatever you share, personal information could also include your home address, your phone number, or financial details. Don't put it on or don't share it during online dating. It is risky to let out your banking information. It's risky to let out your home address. It's risky for you to tell people about your telephone number if you're meeting them online for the first time, or you are just beginning chatting with them and you don't know much about them. It is a risky business if you begin to share with them personal information. So use caution with personal information. The next thing you want to do is meet in public places. Meet in public places. So if you must meet at the time you have to meet, you have to choose public places for your first few meetings. And you have to inform a friend or a family member about your plans and have a plan for checking in. Let somebody know that you are going to meet with somebody, and they should know the time you are going to meet with them. They should know the place you're going to meet with them, and they should be able to check in on you. They should be able to check in on you if you stay longer. If you stay longer than you planned, or you have informed them you were to stay, and also give them the opportunity to call you during your meeting with that person to be able to verify if you are safe. So you meet in a public place. Don't meet in a private residence. Don't meet in a hotel room. Meet in a restaurant. Meet in a public park. Meet in a place where you have other individuals around who can serve as protection to you, since you don't know this person in the first place and you only met them on an online space. The next thing you want to do is to trust your instinct. Trust your instincts. If you feel that something is wrong about you meeting that person, then stop it until you have a freedom in your spirit. So pay attention to your instincts. If something feels off or uncomfortable, it's okay to end this interaction or date. That's why when you are connecting with somebody online, pay attention to your instincts. If your instincts are telling you that something is wrong, that some information is not right, something is hidden, it's important for you to stop that communication, or at least slow it down, cancel the appointment so that you don't get into some trouble. The next thing you want to do is to be respectful. You treat others with respect and kindness. Even if you decide to end the communication or the relationship, maintain courtesy and honesty in your communication. And this is what I always tell ladies. It is all right not to marry a man or not to accept the proposal of marriage from a man. It's all right not to accept the proposal of a relationship from somebody, but it's not all right to insult them. It's not all right. It's not all right to debase them. You can end a relationship in a responsible, respectful manner without disrespecting the other person, without talking down on them, without being, mean or rude to them. Be respectful. And the next thing you want to do during online dating is to have open communication. So you have to communicate openly with your potential match about your expectations. Let them know your expectations. Let them know your boundaries. Let them know your preferences. Yes, when you meet people, let them know you, the real you. What are you expecting? What are the no-go areas? What are the things that they should not expect you to do? And also, what are those things you prefer? And honest communication is very important in building trust. And don't just go out just because you are having a date or you are connecting with somebody, you accept just everything. Set the boundaries. Let them know the boundaries and help them or have them respect the boundaries you have set with them. Excuse me. The next thing you want to do is video calls before meeting. It's important to make video calls to be able to talk or chat with a person you want to meet before you meet them, because you need to be able to identify the person when you see them, and to be able to see even the people, how they look like before you meet them. And oftentimes it will be good that they make full videos of themselves discussing with you. So you actually see their person, you see their faces, you're able to identify them when you meet them in real life. So it's important to video calls before meeting. And the last thing is report suspicious behavior. If you encounter any suspicious or inappropriate behavior, it's important you report it either to the forces of law and order, to the authorities that be, or if you were dating on a dating platform or a dating app, you have the admin, you can be able to report to them. Tell them what you found out and be honest about it. Don't exaggerate it. Don't tell lies. Don't say things that never existed. Do not say things that did not exist. So tell exactly what happened. And quickly, what are the don'ts? The don'ts of online dating, the things you don't have to do when you are dating online. Number one, don't overshare personal information. We already mentioned that. Two, don't use misleading photos or information. We mentioned that you don't have to go taking your picture 10 years ago and then, or the best picture of your time, and then you put online. You should put the picture of you now, the real you now. And the next thing you don't have to do is don't ignore safety precautions. Prioritize your safety by meeting in public places for initial encounters, and information or inform a friend or family member that you are there. Don't rush into meetings. Don't disregard red flags. There are things you might find out about those people that are telling. Don't ignore those things. And this is what I often say: whatever you cannot accept in marriage, don't accept it in courtship or dating. Be upfront, be frank, be honest, be direct about your expectations and things you want and things you don't want. Next thing you don't want to do is don't share explicit photos online. Don't. And a lot of people do this, and sometimes scammers get to your profile. They put on their profile and they try to talk with you, and sometimes get you into sharing some intimate photos with them, and they use these intimate photos to extort money from you. Because at the end of the day, they tell their real identity. They are not the people you thought you were chatting with, and they want you to pay such an amount of money. If not, they are going to put your photo to the public. And sometimes those intimate photos, they take them and they sell them to pornographic platforms. And you don't want your intimate pictures to go out there. Don't share nude pictures online. Don't. This is a no-go zone. No matter how they want you to do it, no matter how they insist you should do it, they want you to undress yourself, take pictures and send to them. Don't do it. Oftentimes those are scammers, and even if they are not, you don't want to let your intimate pictures to the public space, because once you send those pictures out, you have no control over them. You don't know what they are going to do with them. You don't know how far they are going to share them, and that is going to be a big challenge to you if you let it out. Next thing is don't engage in financial transactions. Don't ask or give money. Don't ask or give money. Don't ask or give money when you are dating online. So be very smart. Some people might use some stories, tell you how they are going through some challenges, how some big disaster just hit them, how they just lost this business, and get you emotional. And then the next thing is they want to get you give them some financial support, assistance. You wanted to help them in some way. Don't fall a victim. So don't engage in financial transactions or during online dating. You would also not want to rely solely on online communication because that itself may not be sufficient. You want to balance online communication with real life interactions in order that you can gain a real understanding of the person you are dealing with. Also, don't overcommit. Don't overcommit or make promises prematurely. Don't go to people and then the next thing you want to do is you start making promises online without having to consider the implications of those promises you are making just because you are making them online. It could be very, very detrimental. Don't make promises online. And of course, don't ignore your instincts. If they tell you it's wrong, slow down and look before you leap so you don't get into trouble. Next thing is what are the pros and cons of online dating, the advantages and the disadvantages of online dating. Number one advantage of online dating is that it has increased accessibility and convenience. Increased accessibility and convenience. You are able to meet many people. You are able to, just sit in the comfort of your room anywhere in the world, and you're able to talk to many people at the same time. You also have diverse pool of potential matches. You are able to meet and choose amongst thousands. You also have compatibility matching algorithms. In some dating platforms, you have actually a software that's installed which is able to collect information from you and match you with potential match connect you with potential matches, and then you'll be able to take the communication from there. Some online dating platforms equally have effective screening process where they go through rigorous processes to be able to screen. You equally have effective communication tools which assist individuals to communicate effectively. Safety measures are taken on really dedicated online matching platforms. You have opportunity for niche dating. Specialized dating platforms cater for specific interests, lifestyles, or demographics. So these allow users to find more tailored matches and increases the likelihood of connecting with someone who shares their unique preferences. So you're able to narrow down the search to maybe even age, profession, location, hobbies, or financial status, religion. You can get all of that into some dating platforms and they can narrow you down to some few, profiles, and you can be able to choose amongst them. You equally have flexibility in relationship goals. You have, online dating caters to a variety of relationship goals, from casual dating to serious commitment. So here you meet people of all kinds, and you are able to pull from this or to choose from this pool of different people. Then what are the cons or the disadvantages of online dating? You have potential for misrepresentation. Some people would pretend to be who they are not. They might post the wrong pictures, their best picture, even the picture of some other person, and will deceive. The next thing is limited physical interaction. Or during online dating, you have very limited physical interaction. Mostly it's technology based, and you might not be able to feel the chemistry. You might not be able, to understand the people in a deeper way. So potential for deceptive intentions, we find that as a disadvantage of online dating, because some people appear very real and good very good and exceptionally good on social media, but when you meet them in real time, that's very different from the people you saw online. So there's also overemphasis on appearance. On online dating, there are a lot of fake pictures out there, and people even do a lot of editing of those pictures, since the emphasis on physical appearance. And this is a big problem, because many people will meet these people they have seen on social media, on dating platforms, like them, but when they meet them in real life, they are not the people they saw. So you have this issue, have difficulty assessing chemistry. not being able to have the physical connections, the feelings that is involved. Also have ghosting or disappearance act. Disappearing act. Some people just get into your profile, start chatting with you, and the next moment they disappear without even explaining to you what happened. Of course, subscription cost for dating platforms that are specialized, you have to pay some amount of money before you are connected, and if you want some specific profiles, you may have to pay some additional amount of money before you can have access to those other profiles. So you also have potential for burnout, that constantly trying to impress, constantly trying to search, constantly trying to get into conversation, trying to know people, that can lead to burnout. So these are the pros and cons of online dating. And quickly, I want to share with you my book that is published before I go to discussing the differences between dating, courting, and engagement. My book is on the market, especially you can get it in the Cameroons anywhere. It is titled Still Single, Navigating the Journey from Singlehood to Mandarin Right. I am en route. I'm en route to publishing it on Amazon. So if you don't have access in the Cameroons to get the book, don't worry. It will not be long. You'll be able to get it on Amazon, either in paperback or in a Kindle or digital version or in hardcover, so that you'll be able, to go through this book. It's a very great tool for singles, and it's going to, equip you a lot as you navigate your journey through singlehood. And if you're in the Cameroons, the book is just 2,000 francs CFA, and they are available in Boya. I will attach a contact to the YouTube video where you can access those books in Cameroon, and you can just shoot me a message directly, and I'll be able to link you with the person who is marketing the books in Boya. So what is the difference? What is the difference between dating, courting, and engagement? So dating is just a casual or exploratory phase in a relationship where individuals spend time together to get to know each other better. It is a period of social interaction and can involve various activities such as going to movies, dinner, or engaging in shared hobbies. It could be sports, it could be, gardening together, it could be, for Christians, it could be evangelism, it could be evangelism, it could be visiting new Christians in order to encourage them. It could be, any of those activities. But for courting is more intentional and serious phase than dating. And for courting, it involves a deeper level of commitment, and the focus is on determining whether the individuals are compatible for a long-term relationship or marriage. This is important. So it's intentional. They want to access their compatibility, and they know that they are coming together for that. This interaction is for that. And engagement is a formal commitment to marriage. So if you ask a lady, will you marry me? And she says, yes, you have begun engagement. Engagement has begun. So engagement is between courtship and marriage itself, or wedding itself. And here it's very formal. It's not, I'm thinking that he wants to marry me, or I'm thinking she wants to marry me. You make your intentions known to the other person, and the other person says yes. And when a couple becomes engaged, they have decided to take the relationship to the next level, and they intend to get married in the future, in the near future. And here, it is a significant step towards marriage, and it signifies a strong commitment between the individuals. It is a period of preparing for the upcoming marriage, during which plans for the wedding and future life together are made. So dating is casual. People are just meeting, enjoying themselves, going to restaurants, going to movies, cinemas, going for evangelism, just want to be around, know each other. For courting, it is more intentional. All right, we are together because at some point I'm thinking you could be a match for me. So let's see if it's going to work. Let's see if we have a lot of things in common. I have that in the back of my mind. It's very intentional, and we are moving. We are moving. And the moment I proposed to this lady, are you going to marry me? And she says yes, that we enter into engagement. This is now formal, it's intentional, the intentions have been made known, and the yes has been obtained or been received. And we are now doing everything, working together, planning for the future, planning for the marriage, planning for the wedding. And so those are the basic differences between dating, courting, and engagement. And we are around the end of our presentation. And the one thing I want us to think about now are the questions and answers. What are your questions? If you have any questions, you on Facebook can just put up your question quickly. If you have any, I see so many people watching on Facebook. If you can just put in your question, I will be more than glad to answer your questions. And otherwise, these questions could equally be answered as a follow-up. Just type in your question, and at any time I'll be able to answer your question. Those on Zoom, are you having any question right now? If you have any question, please, can you just type it in the chat section so that I'll be able to answer the question before we close down. We're meeting up with our time. I do not want this meeting to be more than 1 hour, and we are meeting up with that time. Are you having any question on Zoom? All right. If there's no question on Zoom, please, I want to appreciate you so very much for joining us in this presentation or in this session. And I'm hoping to see you. I'm hoping to see you in our next program. Thank you so much. Those of you on Facebook, I appreciate you so much for attending this program from the very beginning till now, and I hope to see you in the next edition. Shalom. Bye-bye, everybody, and see you next edition.